Maybe the only goal is some type of understanding, which changes our relationship to the goal, all the time. And maybe that is the only thing that's truly happening here. And that's why we get the connections that we do from each other when we have conversations like this now. Whether it's live on the...
I agree with that. I agree with the understanding notion. But I also think that we have to be able to disconnect from everything and really connect with ourselves and with the present. And my understanding of many things has brought me no closer to any truths. So perhaps it's an acceptance of where you are at any particular time. And the only thing that you need to understand is, hey, I'm a good person. I'm doing my best. I'm not hurting anybody. And where I am now is where I need to be. Let's try to simplify things where we can, because when we try to control things and worry, it doesn't help us. All of life is out of the realm of our control. If we can control some of our thoughts and be good to ourselves, then we have a good chance of having positive and good things happen to us and being able to do positive and good things for each other.
Do you think we're getting closer to that?
Do I think what?
Do you think we're getting closer to that? I mean, here in a time when we're so digitally connected, are we getting closer to each other in, I don't know, what some people would call the heart space, or just in our understanding, being on the same page, that kind of thing?
I do not know, but I will talk about two things, and one thing that I never talk about. A, because it dates myself, and B, because I don't talk about it. But
right.
I was in September 11, 2001, building number 7 of the World Trade Center.
Really?
Yes,
you
I was.
were in number 7. Wow.
I was in building number 7. There were 5 buildings that surrounded it.
Wow.
I had a job that was my first job out of college. And, I showed up to work at that location to do what I do. And the long story short is this. Inside the building, I didn't hear anything. I never heard any planes crash into any buildings. They just came on with an announcement that said, one tower's on fire. Then a little while later, they said another tower's on fire. And then I'm thinking in my head, this is kind of strange that the building's on fire. I was the boss, so I said, I got the rest of my service team, and I said, let's leave and we'll come back tomorrow. And when we walked outside was when the building started to fall down, of course.
What time was that? Do you remember what time that was?
Maybe not. You know what? Listen, I'm not it's a very surreal experience. I'm going to say like 8:40 or, I don't know what time it was. But I do know that it was early in the morning and you couldn't see your hand in front of your face. There was a blackness. It was so loud that it was silent. Everything was moving in slow motion. And the smell is the thing that really sticks with me the most. But what I saw on this day and what I saw in the blackness, and perhaps it's from my essence, or perhaps it's what I had to do to maintain some sanity and be able to spring into action, was I saw everything as beautiful. And I saw all people of every race, of every age. Nothing mattered except for preserving life and assisting each other. And it was nice to see that Lord of the Rings, which I never really believed in, and not Lord of the Rings, Lord of the Flies.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and the Lord of, no, there was nothing Tolkien about that. This was the Lord of the Flies, and it was very nice to see the best come out of each and every person at that time. So I think it's unfortunate that that happened, but the best did come out of people, and not only did they communicate and understand, but they acted. Now, do I think that that's happening on a larger level? No. And I'll tell you why. Because we are a debt-ridden society. We are hopeless. We are crippled with fear, and we have not yet been pushed to our limit. We have not yet been put under extraordinary adversity, under enough extreme situation to realize that, hey, every person is a person.